Park Board meeting to order. First item on the agenda is the approval of the minutes from the May 4th meeting. I believe all the board members got copies. Is there any additions or corrections? Okay, hearing none, need a motion to approve the minutes from the May 4th meeting.
So moved.
Second.
Second.
Been moved and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye. Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Next item on the agenda is the attorney's report.
The first item I have for your consideration tonight is the consideration of a use agreement for Bomar Industries Company for their company picnic. That'll be at Old City Park on September the 12th of 2021 from 12:30 p.m. till 4 o'clock p.m.
We don't have an issue with this. Okay. Sorry, the only thing I'm looking up is September the 9th is a Thursday. Oh, sorry, September 12th.
12th is Saturday, isn't it?
They're gonna have a food truck. It looks like they're gonna be trying to do it right there by the shelter house. We'll make sure it's not conflicting with our food truck program now, and there's not a conflict of infrastructure being there.
Might solve it for them if they already have a food truck.
Right.
They don't have to do it.
We have some kind of history with this company?
We do. They have done several installations of fabrications for us. So the bead coaster in the community center that was fabricated by them, and a lot of the handrails and a lot of the metal works at the city park, they did those as well. They're a local company. They do outstanding work.
Bocce ball, they had something to do with that.
Oh, yeah, I love the scoring boards they built. Okay, any questions or comments for staff on this? Okay, hearing none, I need a motion to approve the service, the use agreement with Bomar Industries for their company picnic in September.
So moved.
Been moved, need a second.
Second,
Been moved and seconded, all in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed? Motion carries. Okay, next, Jess.
Next item is a consideration of a use agreement with Mr. Smith of Greenwood Pride for their Greenwood Pride Block Party, which is to take place in Craig Park on June the 5th, 2021 from 12 to 5 p.m. And the event lawn has been excluded from this use agreement.
I think Mr. Smith's with us.
Oh, thank you. Hey, everybody, Matthew Smith, some of you guys know me, some of you guys.
I know you.
Yeah, hey. So, yeah, this is the Greenwood Pride Block Party, first year we're doing it, hopefully, of many years. Where we've looked and scoped out is Craig Park. The parking lot in front is gonna have plenty enough space for what we're gonna need to do. We've set up with, there's plenty of vendors that are interested in it coming out. It's gonna be a family-friendly event with vendors. Performances, we've got a stage where we've got, there's interested parties there's a couple of bands, a horn band and a jazz ensemble that's made up of all LGBTQ plus members. Food trucks and a silent auction. And the entire event is raising money for a great charity called Trinity Haven. So what they do is they're the first in Indiana, actually, homeless shelters specifically for LGBTQ plus youth. Some items for that to spur some discussion on the panel here. A couple of things. First, police officers. We're with our budget, we're more than willing to pay for a few police officers overtime for the event. That may be something if you guys want to make that conditional, we're more than willing to do that. Same for Porta Johns. We've got a company that is willing to give us some deals on Porta Johns, depending on how many of you guys think is appropriate for the area we need there. And also alcohol sales. So we were approached by Puja Brewing that's doing a special Pride Month beer, and they asked us if they could come and sell that at the event. Now, under our event insurance that we've got quoted, it's host alcohol, so it would be well within our event insurance that we've quoted up. But I'll leave that up to the parks board whether you guys think that's appropriate for the event. Okay. Thank you.
You mentioned you were gonna have this in the parking lot.
Yes.
Which one?
The one that is just, what is that, south of the.
Is it off Smith Valley or close to Little League?
Close to Little League, the one between that and the field, and then we talked about, we understand the event is excluding that field that they're resodding. We'll definitely make sure to police that and make sure that people stay off the grass there.
What about your power needs?
There are, we noticed there's power along the ends. We told all of our vendors in the sign-up sheet that they would have to be, if they needed power, that they have to provide their own, which could be kind of a bonus, but for the PA system and things, we've got a generator.
Okay, I didn't know staff was gonna make this outlets there available or that set a precedent or what.
Yeah, I mean, we're not counting on the outlets. If they want to make it available, that's perfectly fine, but we do have a generator to run the PA system.
Are you gonna track the attendance? You've got 300 to 400.
Yes, so, so far on the event, that's about what we're getting as far as responses from people is 300 to 400. We went a little bit overboard on our event insurance and said 500 just to cover us, just in case that many people show up. But like I said, it's a block party, so I doubt we would have more than a few hundred people at any one given time in that area. Like I said, we went out and measured this last weekend, and the way that we're gonna set the vendor booths, there's room for 36 vendor booths, socially distanced, and 80 feet in the middle, 80 feet wide or tall, and what is that, 500 and something feet wide area for, so people can space out.
How do you feel about the need of ordinance, Rob?
I think it would be, at an event that size and knowing what Craig Park's capabilities are. I think it would be advisable.
Definitely. I mean, not only will you be having your event there, hopefully, but there's gonna be public there.
Yeah.
So, those are pretty small restrooms there, so I would assume you just need to get with staff to determine the number of portlets and where to place them. My only other question is, event cleanup. And is this gonna go till 10 or 5?
Till 5,
Okay.
yeah, that was our original plan.
Okay.
We weren't super flexible on the date because June, obviously June is a really big month. And Saturdays in June, the 12th is the Indianapolis Pride event. The 19th is Juneteenth, so and a lot of our members in the planning commission are people of color, so they don't, Juneteenth is kind of gonna be out for them. And then obviously Freedom Festival, the last week, we couldn't even think of doing anything there that day, so June 5th is kind of what we came to. And then we understood too that there was the concert series that starts that night. So we wanted to make sure we were able to clean up and get out of there in plenty of time for the concert series in case parking overflows.
Is there usually much overflow parking that far down in Craig Park during the concert?
For concert series, there can be.
Yeah.
I think though, with his event ending at 5, the concert series started at 7, there's enough grace period there. We've also had discussions with Matthew on maybe one event can leverage the other, right? So, the Pride event, he can help us by saying, after this, stick around, and then you can migrate to the concert series at 7. That could be an added bonus for us to have a good concert on that day.
I think you're gonna find you're gonna do very well. I've got a feeling that it's gonna be more than 400.
Well, fingers crossed.
I've heard a little chatter on social media. I think there'll be more than 400.
Trash receptacles, cleanup, you're gonna handle all that?
Yeah, we will handle all of that.
Okay, I'm assuming, I know you guys have already spoke about this, but I'm assuming you guys are gonna stay in touch, and you'll make any, any advice he needs in the right direction. It sounds like you pretty much got this covered.
And the use agreement as drafted does not allow for alcohol.
No,
But
that is
again,
correct.
if that's something that you would like to waive as a board, that's possible, and I would just amend the use agreement before it's signed.
Yeah, like I said, the impetus for that was Hoosier Brewing reached out to us and said, hey, we have a special can for Pride Month. Would you allow us to come sell this? And this, obviously, we told them the answer to this board was what we could say.
Essentially, this would be the exact same agreement we have essentially with Plant Fest.
So did you have this event somewhere else last year, the year before, or Is this new?
This is new to Greenwood, yeah, but we, our same group helped plan the Black Lives Matter event last year that went off really, really well. And we had same kind of numbers we're looking at here, like 400 to 500 people.
Well, it's not
So-
new for you, it's just new in Greenwood.
Exactly, yeah, absolutely.
And if Hoosier Brew sets up, I mean, the concert people will, they'll feed right off of that, right?
Very,
They're-
Possible.
Where would they be set up though?
Ours would be, we would set them up a booth and a vendor booth.
Oh, in
our
your
area.
vendor area?
Yeah, but we could for sure share with them that, hey, this concert is going on. If you guys would like to send, just take your booth down and bring it more toward the amphitheater. If that's what the concert series would like them to do, I can bring that up to them for sure.
I think we're more of an interested in the crowd sharing than anything else, just to self-cross promote.
For sure.
Any other questions or comments from the board?
Rob, how do you feel about the Hoosier Brewing thing? I mean,
Like I said, it's
beer.
not any different than what we do with Chitala. We're versed to it, we've got things in place already. I don't have any issues with it.
Well, I'm sure you continue to work with staff and communicate with each other, so.
I don't mean to be a broken record, and I had to say it, I do want to get on record, that we do want, it's strictly prohibited not to be on the event lot. Like no traffic, no booth set up, no promotion of people getting on it at all. We are trying to heal that in and make sure we're ready for the press.
Is that something you should take off possibly?
Yeah, that's something we're gonna consider, but we know caution tape is only
Yeah.
2 foot, 2 inches wide.
Sure.
Millimeters
Yeah, but
thick.
something like
Nobody
that.
respects that.
We can commit staffing to
Yeah.
have someone policing the area at all times
Yeah.
and make sure to tell people to get off the grass. Find our oldest member to tell them to
Yeah.
get off the grass.
Get off the grass.
I like that. Okay, any other questions or comments? So Kelsey, what do we need to do to waive the alcohol?
So I would say that we just have to, we have a motion to approve the event with the stipulation that alcohol will be allowed. And I will, if that is something that is going to be allowed, I need to change, I'll amend the use agreement, so we won't sign that this evening.
Okay. That's all we've got. Need a motion to approve the use agreement with the waiving of the alcohol permission.
But one
Oh, I'm
thing
sorry.
before we do this, if we approve the alcohol, do you foresee any other, is it just for Hoosier Brewing? Or would you foresee any other alcohol sales jumping on the bandwagon?
But our ask for it was really just because Hoosier Brewing reached out to us, but if you guys want to say that it's only for a certain number of vendors, like there can only be one vendor, we're more than amicable with that.
Yeah, I think that's probably advisable.
Yeah.
Personally, I just, I
I
know
would be
everybody.
okay, I would be okay with that language.
Yeah, I want this, I'm sure everybody wants this event to be a big success.
Yeah, I want it to be successful because I want to see it again next year.
Yeah, but we've got to walk before, before we're on here. So, okay, so need a motion to approve the use agreement for the Greenwood Greenwood Pride Block Party, waiving the alcohol prohibition to allow only, which one was it?
Hoosier Brew,
Hoosier Brewing? Okay.
so moved.
Need a second?
Second,
Been moved and seconded. All in favor? Say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, motion carries. Mr. Smith, thank you very much. Good luck.
Thank you.
And Mr. Smith, I'll send you an email, because we'll have Hoosier sign a waiver as well. Okay.
Absolutely.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
You know what, you can go ahead and sign the back page, and I'll just make the changes to it, so that's fine. You ready for the next?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Consideration of a use agreement with Wrights Gymnastics for their annual banquet, which will take place at Westside Park on June 4th, 2021, from 5:00 p.m. till 9:00 p.m.
Believe you guys, have got the information in the packet, we don't see any issues, with this event.
First time we've done this with them. Looks like-
Yeah, the only thing I wanted to make sure, I think Heather's gonna clarify with them, she's the one that liaisons all this, is that they mentioned a food truck. A lot of people get the thought that they can drive a food truck right up to the shelter house. You make sure food truck is not driven up to the shelter house, it stays in the parking lot.
And we can add that to the use agreement. If that would make you all more comfortable. We can do that every time.
Yeah.
That's something that happens quite a bit.
Yeah,
Anytime I've seen a food truck, it's at the entry to the,
right.
But that might be something you want to start writing it down.
Yeah.
Everything we do,
Yeah.
Pioneers food trucks are
I
getting,
didn't realize that they were doing that, so.
yeah, I thought the same thing. Any other questions or comments? Okay, hearing none, I need a motion to approve the use agreement with Wright's Gymnastics for their annual banquet. City attorney will add language for the restriction of food trucks. Or I'm sorry, the restriction of the placement of food trucks.
So moved.
Second?
Been moved and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
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 Motion carries. Next item.
Consideration of a service agreement with Brian Newsom for the mowing of the 40 acres located on I-65 and Mooresville Road, which would be the Greenwood Sports Complex. And that's for $2,650.
I don't mean to cut you off, but there was something on here about rental agreement with McAllister.
I think
It was, and it is pulled from the agenda.
Right, okay, I'm sorry. So we're back to the Brian Newsom mowing. What was the total on that? I saw that.
$2,650.
This is Mr. Newsom's third year mowing, so he's an independent contractor. He mows the 40 acres there on Mooresville's 65. We sub it out, we contract it out. It's just convenient, it's a smart way, it's efficient, and it gets taken care of quickly.
let's get a cleanup around that one retention pond.
Might not be ours. That's probably part of the, that's NDOT. That's part of the mitigation for that.
Is it? It looks like it's on our property. It looks horrible.
Yeah, you're talking about it's real close to Wardsville
Yeah.
Road. It's not ours. Yeah, that's NDOT.
And we're just doing this once a year, right?
Yeah, depending on the season, so far we've been doing, the first year I did it twice, just because
It was
we
rough.
had to get it knocked down. And now he's got it under control, we'll do it one shot. It's usually around that May and June area, and then it's good. Well, hopefully it's the last time, because we'll start building on this.
Any other questions or comments? Okay, hearing none, I need a motion to approve the service agreement for Mr. Brian Newsom regarding the mowing of the 49 acres at 65 Wardsville Road.
So moved.
Need a second, please?
Second?
Been moved and seconded. All in favor, say
Aye.
Aye. Aye. Did we get an eye out, Laura?
Yep.
Thank you. Okay, motion carries.
Next item for your consideration is a service agreement with Miller Transportation for the summer camp field trips. That's inclusive of the summer camp field trips to Highway Lanes and Franklin Skate Club for $1,650, and to Holiday World and Splash and Safari, which would be $5,025 for 3 buses for all of those trips.
So first couple of those, excluding the Holiday World, is just as an insurance mechanism because we are having to do different certifications and qualification process with our bus drivers from the school corporation. The buses and the drivers, they've got to go through a whole recertification process versus what they have been in the past. We are learning as of today, we are losing drivers because of it. So this is an insurance policy excluding the Christmas or the Holiday World, but the other trips are just in case we can't pull something out with the school and the drivers. That for those first couple trips, we already have something lined up. It's basically to buy us time so we can figure this out.
This is the first time you guys gone to Holiday World?
Yeah. Anyway, total cost on that is $5,025.
And the same thing applies, you don't actually put these deposits down.
Not correct.
Our addendum covers that.
Can you get Miller to do all your events without the school?
We would lose substantial net on our summer camp
Okay.
program. In fact, we would probably go into the red.
Well, you know, and I work there, so
Yeah.
when you put bus drivers through more tests and all, that just doesn't bode well.
Oh, we know.
And you can understand, because that's their daily job.
Yeah.
So they just don't want to go through that again.
I
Well,
think-
I understand, because I've been there 19 years. They just don't want any part of going through more certification when they haul children all year.
Now there are employees, so that's where the issue I think is coming up. So now we've made them employees of the city, and so that's been the problem.
So is there any way that you can use them without doing whatever the process is?
We have been told no.
So there's certifications that they already have, can't.
They're certified, their certifications that they have are applicable for the school. So it is non-transferable. So if they want to if they want to have that certification to drive for us for our little summer camp, they gotta go through the testing again.
So why did this happen this year and it hasn't been the last 20?
We were told that they are not independent contractors, they needed to be employees.
No, I mean, did the state tell you?
No, so the issue is, because they've become our employee, we would have to.
Oh, okay,
have
I
them,
got you.
just like when I
Yeah, I
started the city, I had
understand.
to be drug tested, even though I had been
I-
drug tested at a
I
previous
understand.
employment,
I
so.
understand.
that's-
Do they have to do background checks also, or?
Yes. Because they're.
See,
employees
that
now.
just turns them off.
So right before this meeting, we lost another driver. So we're down 3 out of the 5 for the school, they keep dropping, because they have to go through this. So we are entertaining the fact of maybe raising or offering more money. So we'll have to see what the ordinance is and go from there. That's where we're at.
I don't think the money's gonna get them.
I get it.
I mean, that's just my opinion. I'm there every day and it's.
Do those
It's
cert-
no fault of the state. You gotta have rules and regulations. I understand that, but it's always, goes back to some bus driver. They just get tired of it. I hate to see it happen because it's been pretty successful. I understand.
Any more questions or discussion? Okay, hearing none, I need a motion to approve the service agreement with Miller Transportation for the summer field camp trips.
So moved.
Second.
Been moved and seconded, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Next item I have for you tonight is consideration of the independent alcohol vendor agreement with Taxman Brewing. And that's for the Freedom Fest and the Rock the Clock Festival. And it's our typical alcohol vendor agreement.
Pretty standard, right, Ron?
Yes.
Questions or comments from the board on this? Okay, hearing none, I need a motion to approve the alcohol vendor agreement with Taxman Marine for the Freedom Festival and Rock the Clock this year.
So moved.
Second,
Been moved and seconded, all in favor, say aye. Motion carries. Thank you, Kelsey.
Of course.
Okay, Rob, next item on the agenda is the Greenwood Fieldhouse Partnerships. We've got a report here from the Parks Foundation.
Yep, so Krista Taggart, who's the president of the foundation, apologized, she had something come up, so I'm here on the foundation's behalf. They would like to, as you know, the the partnerships for the field house are being coordinated and ran through the foundation. And so the foundation would like for the park board to consider the following for partners for the field house. Stone Municipal Group, that's a municipal financial consulting company. They have asked for a 2-year commitment for a golf simulator partnership, and that is at $1,080 per year. Can I do all 3 of these at one go, or do you want to do each?
I would say you can do them all, and then we can just discuss them all.
Lesky Kirk LLC law firm, it's a 2-year commitment for the golf simulator partner of $1,080 per year. Mutual Savings Bank, it's a financial institution, has a 2-year commitment for a golf simulator partner at $1,080 per year. So those are the ones we have confirmed, and then up for your consideration.
Where did we get the number? 1,080. Seems like kind of a strange number.
That's just the way the partnership.
There's a discount if you do a 2-year term.
Oh, okay.
So it's got a little bit of a
Percent.
discount if you do it.
We're all about savings.
I'm very familiar with Mutual Savings Bank. I've done business with them for 30+ years, so
Yeah.
I know just about everybody there.
Great.
So it's a great group of people.
Good.
And what level of sponsor, is this like a sponsorship or
That is a partnership.
a partnership? What level of partnership is this? I mean,
It is
What
one of
will
the
they-
lower ones.
Okay,
It's one of the lower partnerships.
so can you just kind of give us a, quick idea what kind of, what we're gonna see with their names on it, and where's it gonna be?
Yeah, so, after the meeting too, I'll send you guys personally some information on that. The golf simulator will have 3 windows, that'll be looking, in, or you can look in glazing from the outside looking in. We can see frosted, logos on them from each company. And then also there's a knee wall within the simulators as well. That'll be high exposure for any user, and the name of the company will be on those also.
So once if the company doesn't renew in 2 years, that you replace the glazing?
Simple as that, it's just a vinyl. It's a vinyl installation, can come off easily, won't leave any residue upon installation. You can take it back, put something brand new in there, and you'll never know.
But if I heard you correctly, it looks frosted?
Yep. We have,
So it looks nice.
it looks nice. We have it at the community center right now. So we're all partners over there.
So we need to approve these,
Yes.
all 3 of these, can we do it at once?
Yeah, you can do them all at once unless there's.
Hi everyone. I think I have to abstain from this one for a conflict of interest. What do you think, Kelsey?
What's the conflict?
Stone Municipal.
Stone Municipal Group?
So if we wanna just break them out and approve each one so that she could vote on the 2 that were not Stone.
Sure.
Let's do that.
Well, we can approve the 2 and then we'll discuss it.
Yes, yeah, that's absolutely fine.
We're on the clock here. Okay, any other questions or comments? All right, well, let's do Stone first. Oh, I'm sorry.
May I ask, I'm just asking a question.
Yeah,
Why do you have to bring this to us? Why can't?
because I want to set precedent. I want to make sure that any partner signs up, because it's the first time we've run a partnership, it's run through the foundation. I want to make sure the foundation understands and set a precedent that you still need to be engaged on who's partnered on our facilities. I'm setting precedent.
Good
So
idea.
I want to make sure, small as these are, that they're always brought to you guys for the final say
Good idea.
on what goes on our municipal buildings.
And the park board is will be the owner of the field house, so.
Thank you.
You bring all the ones from the community center to us, don't you?
Yes.
Yeah, so it's no different.
No different.
Okay, I need a motion to approve the, what are we calling this? The 2-year commitment for partnership at the field house with Stone Municipal Group.
So moved.
Second.
And, been moved and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
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 And Ms. Kennedy abstains.
Yes.
Okay. Motion carries on that. Then now we need a motion to approve the use agreement, I'm sorry, the 2-year commitments for the partnerships with Leskey Kirk LLC and Mutual Savings for the golf simulators at the field house.
So moved.
Need a second?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
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 Motion carries. Anything else on here you want to bring up to our attention, Rob?
Yeah, just patient with me, I was like to run through a couple of these things. Also, the foundation would like you guys to know that we are still actively engaging in other partnerships. We anticipate having additional partnerships hopefully prior to the next meeting. In other matters as well, the foundation would like to update the park board, thanking them for approval, allowing 50/50 raffles at the summer concert series. The foundation has contacted the Charitable Gaming Commission, and we are working on the paperwork on that. And that we'll have a maximum prize payout of $2,500 in accordance with Indiana's exempt activities regulations. So that will be a big fundraiser for us, our foundation, so they appreciate it. Greenwood's Oldest Tree Project, to give you a bit of background on what that is. Craig Park, the parking lot next to the Little League. I don't know if you guys know this or not, but there's 2 enormous retaining walls built around a couple of trees there. Those are actually called Chickapin oaks. Those walls were very expensive, and the main intention was to preserve those trees. So several feet of dirt would be piled on the root zone, so they would save those trees. In the effort of doing that, we learned a little bit about those trees. Those trees are estimated to be anywhere from 300 to 350 years old. So we thought it would be a really good opportunity to memorialize a tree that's actually living. So someone can actually sit there and enjoy it and see its strength and see its size. And, so the foundation has worked with the designer, and they've come up with a sign that will memorialize a living tree and say what kind of benefits this has to the wildlife, and then chronologically, like say what this tree, as a seedling, this is what was going on in the world, and during the Civil War, it was this big, and kind of have the rings of the tree and kind of describe it that way. So very cool project. We do have, the foundation has secured the funding for that project, so that'll be installed this year.
Dick, did you plant those trees?
So that was on point right there.
Yes, thank you, Chris.
I want that in the minutes. Okay. Hey, credit where credit's deserved. Okay, so.
We moving forward.
Yeah.
Friends of the Park program, we are still working on individual donors and who donate $100 or more, and then recognizing them and having a kind of a tree, but it'll be a symbolic tree, and the leaves will have the castings on it. It'll be an indoor application. So we're working on the funding of that, so we can, if Dick Dietrich were to donate or bequeath us money, we'd be able to put that on the leaf of the tree.
How do you donate to that?
Yeah, that's-
Because I'm interested.
So am I.
It is still a progress, so we are getting all the information together and getting that going. Go to the Parks Foundation, it's a really good step, and we'll check that out, and there's tabs there that can reach in our direction.
So there's a way to donate to it right now?
I think there is, Rod.
I believe there is, yeah, I think we have that set up, yes.
Heather, didn't you send out an email regarding this a month or 2 ago?
I thought I saw some.
Yeah. And how do you get to the Parks Foundation website? You
I'm
go-
in Greenwood Parks Foundation.
Okay, you can't get, it's not linked to the cities? or-
It is within the city as well.
Okay.
And then lastly, the foundation would like to update you guys on the Falls for Parks program. They'll be launching a program shortly, soon, where pets can become Paul ambassadors for our parks with a donation of $25. The pets will be recognized with their photo on our Facebook page. So if you have a furry friend who loves the park, keep an eye out for this fun program. So the idea is, you go with your dog, get a picture, take it with it in the park, donate $25, and we'll certainly post it, make sure, your furry friend gets recognition that it takes.
I absolutely love that.
So that's just an update. Foundation, it's in its infancy. It's got to start somewhere, but we've got some really cool things going on.
Well, it's very promising. We appreciate the hard work, and these are some great ideas. I love the old tree project.
Yeah,
That
I will.
that's
Have I shared an image with you guys on that? Have you seen the image of this sign? I will do that.
I'm very familiar with that tree, and I always wondered how old that tree
About
was.
350 years old.
That's incredible.
There's two of them. There's two
Yeah.
Chickapin oaks. There's one that's right next to the bollard there on the far left side. That one's not the oldest one. We think the one in the middle is the oldest one. It is enormous. It's big.
I look forward to that. Anything else on the board? Arts Foundation? Okay, trails.
Update I have there, the RFP has been sent out, legal reviewed, and gave some feedback as far as Copenhagen was concerned. Or not Copenhagen, I'm sorry, the Northwest Annex, which in Copenhagen enabled us to do that with the grant of that easement. So those RFPs have been sent out to contractors. We will have, I've asked those to be returned to me by noon, by the next part of the week. So those will be opened and reviewed on the next part.
Look forward to that.
Yeah, same.
COVID updates.
We're not wearing masks and we're meeting at council chambers. So we're going the right direction. We still are going to meet. So this kind of happened like a switch with the whole mask thing. So we were going to meet internally and talk about how our procedures and policies were going to be with Freedom Springs and the concert series, and even Freedom Fest. And then this happened literally overnight. We just kind of got to recollect ourselves, figure out how we're going to do this. Maybe it's really not much of anything. Maybe it's just more of notices saying, fully vaccinated people, or you feel free to not wear a mask, or make sure we get that language right, and that we're consistent with that language and what that looks like. So I think that's really, right now, unless we stumble or something happens, that's kind of going to be our approach. That unvaccinated people, please wear your masks, and then make sure we're consistent with that language throughout.
You're gonna put those on like what, sandwich boards or something at
That's
the,
correct. Yeah. But it's just, I think the key is, and it was brought up today in one of our meetings, is we need to be consistent with
Absolutely.
whatever we're doing, whatever it's Freedom Springs, all the way to concert series, to Freedom Festival. We are consistently doing the same thing and keeping up with the current trend that our health department certifies us to go on.
Well, you guys have proven you can pivot pretty good through this last year and a half, whatever it's been, so
Yeah.
keep it up.
Kind of COVID related, wanted to let you guys know that the AIM Placemaking Awards, I don't know if you know that, we won that award last year. Our team and some part of the mayor's team got together and we submitted, was it 2019 or 2020? We submitted a placemaking award and we talked about our master planning on how we did on this downtown space with the parks, the amphitheater, Old City Park, and the field house, and the event lawn, the DPW, we kind of master planned that together. We won that last year. And they've got new categories up as well. One of the categories is innovative and creative ways of how you coped with COVID and how you dealt, what you did as a city and how you overcame. We're thinking about very preliminarily looking into that and entering that as a parks department on things we overcame and how we were still be able to put things on like safely, like a summer camp. I'm pretty sure we were the only one in the state that had a summer camp, and a concert series, and then how we pivoted and did Rec TV, and did a digital format, how we didn't avoid furloughing anybody, kept everybody working. So just trying to talk about those creative ways and those new programs, and then maybe submit that in this as well. So we could Just an update for you.
That's a great idea.
It is.
In fact, you didn't just throw your hands up where you didn't take weeks and weeks and weeks to make those decisions.
Yeah.
You did it.
There were some
Very
parks and
fast.
departments that do that.
Yeah, could have very easily taken the easy way out. You guys should be commended for that. If nothing else, Jeff Madsen deserves something for his mad scientist video.
Jeff Stein,
Maybe a Chick-fil-A gift card or
That's
something.
he's great.
Yeah, what was he again?
Jeff Stein.
Yeah, Stein.
He's Albert Einstein's long lost cousin.
Yes. Okay, anything else on the COVID updates?
That's all I got.
Other business from the public? Any business from the board?
I'd just like to say, welcome back, everybody. It's good to be back and see all the bright, shiny faces. Can't wait to see Laura back too.
And I would say that probably by next park board meeting, we'll have to adopt a policy about how these meetings will go and about electronic participation as well. So just a heads up that that will be coming probably by next meeting.
That's something that's gonna happen citywide.
Yes, yeah, each board will have to adopt a policy of how we're gonna handle things going forward.
And I don't know if anybody heard before, but I told Rob I had been by the skate park earlier today. And if you get a chance, drive up there and look at it. It's pretty exciting stuff. I know it looks like a mess right now, but if you take a little time to look at it, you can see what's gonna be in the future. So very excited to see that. Do you have a completion date on that, a ballpark? I know they're hamstrung by the weather.
We don't have a completion date. We do know contractually it's 72 days. I would say we will ask for an extension on that because we're asking for some change orders. I'll talk to you about that later.
Okay.
But I would, my gut would say June or July.
All right, anything else on the board? Signed the claim, it's been done. Heather will be with Laura to get this signed. And if there's no other business come before this board, this meeting is adjourned.
Sure is great.